What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, okay, making their debut on the channel tonight, we have the Sixsters. Yes, indeed. How about that? The Sixsters making their debut on the channel. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbidi bob, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Steven Schroeder, and Steven wanted to see me react to this song by the Sixsters called Micto.
Klaatu, Veranda.
Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, yeah, I recognize this song, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This was posted by the Sixsters, and surprise, surprise, and the video has 302 views. It's not gonna get you there, sorry. No, look, I'm sure the song is fine, I'm sure the video is fine, I'm sure everything's just fine. I'm just saying 302 views, it's not gonna get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. The Sixsters, Micto, live 2021. Cool. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Місто вкриває ніч, втівкам тісно нема узбіч. Тікаю з дому до метушні, і тому в тому вічні вогні. Автівки мимо туди.
Okay, I already hear something I don't like. The bass player and the drummer are not locking in. The bass player's got this boom ba doom ba doom ba doom ba doom 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 ba doom ba doom ba doom ba doom 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 doom, or yeah, she's got that pattern going against the drummer's ride work, which is very much every third eighth. And they're conflicting against each other. They're not locking in. I like what the drummer's doing. I like what the drummer's doing with that offset 3, with the A's. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 I like what she's doing. I think the bass player needs to listen more to the ride and lock in with that ride and come up with a pattern, a bass line that do the same bass line, the 1 to 5, yeah, sure. But 1 ba-dum ba-dum doom ba-dum 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 doom doom ba-dum ba-dum, something like that, instead of playing so straight. It's just it's not lining up, and it's awkward. It's making the song sound awkward. It doesn't sound bad. It doesn't sound bad. The song as a whole doesn't sound bad. But when everybody lays out, except for the drummer and the bassist, you could hear it's not lining up and it sounds awkward. Listen to what the bass player is doing and listen to what the drummer's doing, and you'll hear what I'm talking about. I promise you.
Втівкам тісно нема узбіч. Тікаю з дому до метушні, і тому в тому вічній вогні. Автівки мимо туди-сюди, блищать вітрини, купи. Я йду по ноги, мене ведуть, а поля боки авто трясуть. У кожного свій шлях, у кожного свій бій, тобі не наче птах, готовий пити ціль. А ніч дарує час, поглути від усе, бо останній шанс, і ти нічним шосе.
This is grooving.
Все місто вкриває дим. Коли все місто вкриває дим, таксі за 300 везе на всі. На правий берег через мости, між двох Америк, там де хрести. Ковтає вечір світи зірок, торкає плечі аж до кісток. Брутальні мачо та зграє фей, самотні плачуть на дні ночей. У кожного свій шлях, у кожного свій бій, тобі не наче так, готовий пити ціль. А ніч дарує час, бо хто не віднесе, лупа останній шанс, і ти нічним шосе. У кожного свій шлях, у кожного свій бій, тобі не наче так, готовий пити ціль. А ніч дарує час, бо хто не віднесе, лупа останній шанс, і ти нічним шосе.
Overall, that was enjoyable. It was fun to listen to, and there were some parts that were actually fun to watch too. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was the Sixsters with Micto. This was a request from Steven Schroeder. Okay, there's not really a lot to talk about. There really isn't. This song is very simple, but there's a couple of things. There's a couple of things we're going to discuss. So let's get to it. Starting off with the score, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that a 6.7. Yep, 6.7. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
First things first, 6.7. What does that mean? Well, a 6.7 would translate to a pretty good scale rating, okay? So it's a pretty good song. It's not bad. It's pretty good. I would also give it 3 out of 5 stars, and it also equates out to a B letter grade. So there you go, 6.7, pretty good skill rating, 3 out of 5 stars, and a B letter grade. Now, how did I come to this score? Haha, so glad you asked. As a whole, overall, taking everything into account, this is how I came to that 6.7. Now, I took a number of things into account here. Okay, number one, the songwriting. Was the songwriting all that difficult? Was it all that amazing? Was it all that complex? No, pretty simple song. The main riff, the chorus in particular, root, 3, 7, root, 3, 7, root, 3, 7, 3, layout, back to the root, 3, 7, root, 3, 7, root, 3, 7, 3, layout, back to the root again. Come on. It's not complicated, guys. It really isn't. But here's the thing. It was well done. It was well executed. It was cleanly executed. So, simple, yes. But as I've always said on the channel, simple can be effective when it's done properly. And this was done properly. It absolutely was. It was a solid groove, mainly due to what was happening within the rhythm section. Chordally, not that impressive, but what was happening within the groove, within the rhythm section, that was nice, on the chorus especially. I wish the same thing could be said for the verses. The verses is where I was struggling. Listening to what the bass player was playing, the rhythmic pattern that the bass player was coming up with completely went against what the drummer was doing. And between the two, I can't believe I'm going to say this, being a bass player myself, but I'm going to side with the drummer. Because what the drummer was doing with those off-pattern eighths, 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2, completely different than what the bass player was doing, where the bass player was playing more straight eighth. You know, the 1 5 1 5 1 5 3 7 1 5 1 5 1 5 3 7 1 5, very straight ahead against the off eight, the offbeat three, the off 3 8 notes that the drummer was doing on the ride. It did not line up. I wish it had. I wish the bass player had taken more of an approach of rhythmically following the same rhythmic pattern that she was doing on the ride. I really think that would have helped line things up. It's unfortunate because the verses, when everybody was laying out and it was just bass and drums carrying the song forward along with the vocals, it sounded awkward. It really did. Now here's the thing. Obviously, you don't want any part of your song to sound awkward. Obviously, you don't, okay? That goes without saying. But if you have to pick, if you have to choose, if you have no other choice, and one part of your song is gonna be awkward, and you have a choice of it being either the verses or the choruses, if a gun is being put to my head and I have to choose, I'm gonna make it the verses, because the choruses are the money. The choruses are where the hook is usually at, and those choruses have got to be lined up. Those choruses have got to sound good. Those choruses have got to have a good groove, and they did. They absolutely did. The choruses were money here. That was the butter zone, and I absolutely appreciated the choruses. They felt good. It was nice to groove to. The verses not so much, but the choruses sounded nice. So the lesser of two evils, okay? There it is. Now, vocally, she sounded good. I think what she was singing, where she was singing, when her vocal style would change, it was appropriate for each part. When the song got louder, she got louder and more intense. When the song was more reserved, she was more reserved. So she was definitely adapting her vocal performance and her vocal approach to the song. So no issues there. Guitar playing sounded really good. The drumming, I liked the drumming. The bass playing, for the most part, I liked, other than the verse. The keyboard, if I'm being honest with you, the keyboard just kind of an afterthought. I mean, I don't even feel like the keyboard was really filling out the sound. We had 2 guitar players, and there was never a point where both guitar players were like soloing or anything like that. So it just kind of makes me wonder why the keyboard player is even there. but I guess there's a reason. Maybe in other songs, keyboard's more prominent, but in this song, in this particular song, the keyboard was really kind of a non-factor. Maybe she was doing ambient sound. I don't know, but I didn't hear any. The song as a whole, not bad. Not bad at all. I thought it was pretty good. And then you add into that, since this was a live performance, you add the live performance in. Now let's go down the checklist, okay? Stage presence. I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes because out of the 6 ladies on the stage, there are 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Out of the 6 ladies on the stage, 3 of them have it. Okay, and I will fully admit that 3 of those ladies. I'll actually, you know what? I'll throw the bass player in there. 4. Okay, 4 out of the 6 ladies, so 2/3 of the band has stage presence. But that lead guitar player and that keyboard player, they have no stage presence at all. They are just wow. They are just statues pretty much. And that's fine. You know, no facial expressions, no energy, no charisma at all. But I mean, the other 4 do, and that makes up for it. So I'll give them the stage presence. Stage energy, check. I'm gonna give it the check. The lead singer did her job. She was moving around. The rhythm guitar player over on stage left was moving around a lot too. So I will give it that. The bass player was sort of moving around here and there. She kind of stayed in her own little 6x6 box. She never really left, you know, this 6 foot by 6 foot, you know, box that she put herself into. But within that box, she was moving around, so I'll give it to her. The drummer was animated. I'll give her some animation, sure. Again, the keyboardist and the lead guitar player literally stood there. So I'll give him stage energy because of the other 4, especially the lead singer and the rhythm guitar player. Stage interaction, check. We did see some stage interaction. All thanks to the rhythm guitar player coming over to the lead guitar player while the lead guitar player was standing in her spot that she never moved from the entire time the song was happening. She literally stood there like a statue. Thank goodness the rhythm guitar player came over and interacted with her during the solo, and then she ran back to her spot while the lead vocalist went back and interacted with the drummer. So we did have some stage interaction. Not a lot, but enough to qualify. So stage interaction, check. Crowd interaction. I think so. I think the lead vocalist was interacting with the crowd. I couldn't really see the crowd. I don't know how much of a crowd there actually was there. At the very end, I heard some people cheering and clapping. So I know there were people. Now, was there 10 or 12 people? Or was there 100 people there? I don't know. I don't know. It didn't sound like a lot. But I did see her looking out in the crowd. I did see her pointing out in the direction of where the crowd would have been. So I will give the benefit of the doubt and say yes, that there was crowd interaction, and that's the most important one to me. Showmanship, again, I'm gonna give it the check, but thanks mostly to the lead vocalist, the rhythm guitar player, and the drummer. I'm gonna give it that. It was so give and take. Production, there was no production, but that's okay. Production's just bonus points in a situation like this anyway. They did check off all 5 boxes, but this is one of those situations where they checked off the boxes, but barely. They barely did. I really hope the keyboard player, and especially the lead, of all the people, the lead guitar player, you gotta work on your personality, girls. You do. You gotta work on your charisma. Because right now, neither one of you have it. Neither one of you do. The rhythm guitar player does. She's got it in spades, and so does the lead vocalist, and the drummer does too. The bass player has some. She's got, at least she's moving around and stuff, but she also needs to work on like her facial expressions because she kind of looked like a deer in the headlights pretty much the whole time. But now overall, you take all these things, you factor them together, and we get a 6.7. It's a pretty good score for what I felt was a pretty good performance of a pretty good song. The key word here is pretty good. So let's wrap things up all in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We got a 6.7, which is a pretty good scale rating, 3 out of 5 stars, and a B letter grade. Take your pick, I don't care. Whichever one of those floats your boat. In closing, the Sixsters, I get it. It's a play on words, I understand. If there are fans of the band watching this video, could you answer a question for me? Are all 6 of those ladies really sisters, or is this just like a sisterhood thing? You know, like it's an all-girl band, so they're all sisters at heart. You know, they're all sisters in the brotherhood of music, or in the sisterhood of music, or are they really by birth sisters? I don't know. There's 6 of them. I can't believe there are 6 sisters in a family. But then again, we've seen families of 12 to 15 where there were a lot of daughters. So it is possible. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying it's unlikely, but it could have happened. So if you guys could let me know in the comments, are they really sisters, or is it just, 6 ladies coming together in the sisterhood and spirit of music? Let me know, all right? Anyway, there we are, 6.7, pretty good scale rating, 3 out of 5 stars, B letter grade, take your pick, I don't care, whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's gonna do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make a difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.